This is the worst I've seen on this boat. This is bad. It's just falling out. Shit! Really demoralizing. It's hard to keep your spirits up, but we'll get there nonetheless.
Hurricane Irma boats tossed. Here we are at this marina.
Hi, my name's Colin. I used to be a chief engineer on super yachts, but gave it all up to buy a hurricane-damaged Lagoon 450. My friends and I are fixing it up as we go, and are determined to circumnavigate the entire planet. So subscribe if you want some inspiration to live life to the fullest. 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the things you did. So what are you waiting for?
As you can see behind me here, we've got a whole lot of gel coat repairs that we need to do. Huge one here, but I thought I'd just pick a nice small spot and take you guys through how we're gonna do the repair. So what we have here is, obviously the boat went through a hurricane. This side, the boats were all piled up. This was sort of on top of a pile. There was a catamaran, actually, the hull of a catamaran was through the side of this boat. And so when they tried to salvage this boat, the port side sank down. The small little gel coat cracks, when we take the gel coat back, 9 times out of 10 we find fiberglass damage behind that. So I can take you through from the beginning. You can just see some gel coat cracks. Doesn't actually look like much, but when we take the gel coat off, I'll show you what we're finding behind it, and I guarantee there's some white delaminated glass behind that, and anything that's white that we're finding, we're grinding out, we're starting again, and we're re-glassing any sort of damage. So when this boat splashes, we're going to have a lot of confidence in all of our repairs, because we're doing it right, we're doing it properly. We're knocking out all the bad fiberglass and making sure the boat's nice and strong. So the first step is to grind the gel coat back. So I'm going to wear a proper mask, goggles, gloves, a little painting suit, and then if there's fiberglass damage, I'm just going to keep grinding, and if it's bad enough, I'll end up at the core.
Woo! Just catch my breath. It's hard work, especially in this heat in Guatemala. F***ing hot. Okay, so when I was grinding that a little bit further, I felt that it was bouncy. I could tell that the glass wasn't attached to the balsa. So I took it down to the balsa, and sure enough, as you saw, this has taken a massive hit here. It's knocked the fiberglass off the balsa core. I decided to keep grinding and grinding and grinding and grinding until I found where the glass was attached to the balsa again. So there's another classic example of what we're finding. What looks like a couple of scratches on the surface is trauma underneath. So that's why we're here. You can see a gap in there. So this is where the main impact must have been, and it pushed the inside laminate off the core here. So as you can see here, I started taking out all the balsa that wasn't still attached to the inside laminate, and just kept going and going and going and going and going. Now I've ended up with this monstrous hole, but I'm really happy because now everywhere you see this balsa is attached to the inside layer of glass. So I know I'm gonna put some filler, polyester filler behind all. I'll grind it first, and I'll put some filler in, and then I'll put some new balsa in here. Then I know that's going to be bonded to the inside layer of glass, and then I'll glass the outside, and it'll be a really strong repair. So I've got a bunch of this balsa that I'm trying to use up from leftovers from BVI. Jamie's got the grinder in his hand, so he's just going to grind this back just so that our filler and everything has something to bond to, and get rid of all this old loose fiberglass. And then we'll make up a big batch of filler with polyester resin and micro balloons. We'll lay all this up with the filler, and we'll put our balsa on, glue all the edges and everything like that so it's all bonded in there, and then we'll just stuff little pieces of balsa in all the tiny little gaps between the little jigsaw puzzle that we've made. Because it's so hot here, this is our lunchtime drill every day. You gonna be on YouTube?
What's the hit song that we're going to be playing?
What's your story?
My story is, I'm hot. It's hot.
That's not your boat there without the mast, is it?
No, I wouldn't have a boat without an ass.
Hola.
Obviously that's the water line here, and we were repairing this boat in the water in the BVI, so I couldn't actually go down lower than this. So that's another thing that I want to do, is grind all this back, cut this out, and check the balsa there, because I couldn't go below that in the water. So now that we're out of the water, I want to make sure that all of this balsa is good before we glass that whole thing again and link it all up. There's another spot over here I'm not happy with. This one, I remember doing this in the BVI. It was, the water line was here and the water was sort of coming up to here, so I could only really do an average repair there. Threw a whole bunch of fiberglass at it. So I know it's strong. We've already started grinding this one down. I just threw a massive fiberglass patch over that. Bonded really well. But I'm gonna take it out now and do it all again. You can see all this fiberglass there is no good as well. So I'm getting a chance now to sort of do it properly once and for all, and have some confidence in the repairs this time. Oh, there you have it. The repair was to there and the wood rots to there. So we're going to cut this out. I'm going to replace this rotten balsa, so really happy we're doing this. There we go, look. It actually carries on down here, so it looks like we're going to have to cut some more out around here, but this is saturated. You can see water just dripping out of it. Perfect. So it's rotten to here, soaking wet, right down to there. It feels so good to be finding this kind of stuff. Anywhere that there's any gel coat damage, we're going right down to the glass, if not the balsa, and just seeing what's under there. And if it's wet, it's all coming out. And this is what this is all about. It was probably 4 months after Hurricane Irma that I bought it, and there was a huge hole here above the waterline, and the rain and stuff must have just worked its way across. And after I replaced that huge bit of balsa there, it must have just kept creeping all the way down and just rotted out all the wood and all the balsa in about a year and a half. So we're finding it all, because anywhere there's a crack in the gel coat or any sort of trauma, we're going down and finding what's under it.
The search for bad balsa continued as we ground our way through layer upon layer of glass. At times it felt like we were making huge progress. Almost every section of the entire hull was being inspected, and we were managing to find and replace all suspect balsa core. But just as soon as we felt like we were getting on top of the situation, we would take another harsh blow with the discovery of more wet core, such as this section.
This is the worst I've seen on this boat. This is bad. It's just falling out. And it's still wet. I may be in for an unpleasant surprise as I just gotta keep going down. See how far this water has made its way down. and see how far it's tracked through the balsa. I'm just gonna keep cutting down until I get rid of all of this rotten balsa. Man, stinks. It's rotten balsa. Well, that's why we're here, find all these problems. I know we're doing the right thing, we're doing a good job. Got good supervision as well, he's checking us every day. But it's just so hot. So hot. We've done an hour and a half now, coming up to midday. And it's both got headaches, like dizzy. But yeah, might try to do another half an hour and then have lunch. This has been the story of our entire month. Every little thing that we inspect, cut open, turns into something like this. Just as we think we're starting to get towards the end of it, we find this sort of shit. Really demoralizing. It's hard to keep your spirits up, but we'll get there nonetheless. Still haven't finished cutting out the top here, so I don't know what I'm going to find as I keep going higher, but to the sides and to the bottom we're now back to good glass, good dry balsa. So I've just got to deal with this mess I've got in front of me here.